Well, welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Rev Lee Wolak. I come to you each and every day to look at this thing called life. And so today I thought we'd talk about a simple topic today. So what is life? Yesterday, I found out that a person that I've known for 25 years that morning made their transition into whatever the next realm is. And I remember how vivacious, how full of energy this person was and my experience of this person. And then last night, my son's dog of 13 years made its transition. And I knew it was coming. And I sat and I watched this animal as I petted it. And I said, it's alive right now. What is that thing that keeps it alive? What is that thing that keeps us alive? And I thought about it from all of my study. You know, I was born and raised a Catholic, so I've got a high Catholic upbringing. I've got a master's in consciousness studies. I've studied world religions. I teach spirituality. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know what life is. I think life is a mystery. No one seems to have any proof of what it is. Everyone has an opinion. And so then I ask the question, so what about it? What do we do about that? And what comes to me, for me, is to live it. To live this life as fully as we can and do what brings our heart the greatest joy. Be grateful for every moment we've got on this planet and to experience as much as I can. And I think as I process it, I know I'm different than you are, and you're different from me, and we're all different from each other, but yet we're connected at the same basic aspect. That's my belief. Again, I don't know. That's my belief. I look at it this way. How could I talk to you and you understand me if we weren't connected? If there wasn't something common in us? So I buy into that idea that I call it consciousness, I call it awareness, that we all share at a depth the same consciousness, the same awareness, and that's how we interact, that's how we communicate. So I see that Sherry has put down there, life is hard. I don't believe that. I believe that life is sometimes hard and life is sometimes easy. I believe that there's balance in life. Now, the reason I believe that, it seems to demonstrate in my life that way. I look at it this way. One moment, Christmas was the best Christmas ever. The next moment, we're contemplating losing a member of a family. So there was balance. I talked about that the other day. Balance is in everything. Deborah says that connectivity is energy. I take it a little bit further, Deborah. I think you're dead on. I think you're right on target, but I look at it as it's energy and consciousness at the same time. It's not just energy that's blind. It's energy that's really aware, that's conscious. And so you and I, this is my belief, you and I are energy and consciousness. And how we tune that consciousness, how we tune our awareness, gives us experience. So if we have experience, why do we have experience? Well, the best I can come to is that so that we can have greater experiences, that we can learn from our experiences, that we can move forward. And I don't mean that life Life is not a school. I don't believe life is a school, that we have to learn lessons. I don't believe that at all. I believe that life is a playground, and we get to choose what part of the playground we're in. Paula says, I feel life is playing with us and makes us wonder what it is and makes us or forces us to experience it so we would figure it out. I don't think life is playing with us. I think life, if you want to call life everything, you want to call it what we might refer to as God or total consciousness, I think it created an individualization of itself and gave it, each individualization, freedom. It gave it freedom, and it gave it natural laws. And in those natural laws, there's cause and effect. So you have the freedom to create. And whatever you create, you get to have the experience of that creation. I don't think there's any right or wrong. I think there are natural effects that happen with things. So if you do something, here's the natural effect. I don't think there's judgment. See, I believe that everything is love. And for me, the definition of love is to live a life without judgment. I can't even imagine, as we talk about this idea of life, that there's a God that judges us. I can't believe that. I think that's just a human construct. Why would there be this infinite power and presence in judges? I think that's just mankind, humankind, giving God anthropomorphic qualities. Anthropomorphic qualities are human qualities. Well, no, it's infinite. It doesn't feel. God doesn't feel. God doesn't care. Why would it care? You're a part of it. It's infinite, meaning everything exists within it. Again, a belief. I don't know that it's true. It's what I believe. Do you see what I'm getting at? That we all have to find out for ourselves and come up with our own beliefs about what this life is. But I'll tell you this, experience it. Because it doesn't matter if there's a God or not a God. What matters is this now. And in this now, all we can do is experience the now. And that's where we have the choice of what we experience in this now. I want to tell you, yesterday I spent some quality time doing some agape work. And I want to share that with you because I am so excited about where we're taking this community. Number one, we're taking it to become a teaching and a healing center. Teaching science of mind, law of cause and effect, practical tools, meditation, the power of affirmations that you can use to create your life. The other thing is healing. If there is a power within us that can heal, and I believe there is, why don't we use it? So we now have every Saturday, 10 a.m. Central Time, we're going to be doing healings on Zoom. That's online. That's free. I've got Healies already lined up until the last week of January. Isn't that cool? I'm also doing a class on the basics of science of mind. That will be starting in January 9th or 10th. I've got a class on how to better self-love. That's starting on the other day of January 9th or 10th. Those are both 7-week classes. And then on January 21st, I'm doing a relationship class. And this is for couples only. It's 4 weeks, 2 hours. It's the best I've got. And I promise whoever takes this relationship class, they will be able to create something beyond what they've ever imagined. I'm using the best that I've learned over 50 years of marriage. So I'm sharing all that with you because I want you to have a better life. And I want to give you everything that I've got. All this information you can find at agapespiritualcenter.com. Also, today is Agape Gathering Day. If you'd like to meet with me on Zoom and just chat, share, have fun, Go to agapespiritualcenter.com and look at the Agape gatherings. There's one at 1:30 in the afternoon Central Time and one at 7 p.m. Central Time. So it makes it conducive. I can get people from Europe, Australia. I get people from South Africa. I get people from all over the United States joining. And we have wonderful, intimate conversations. And guess what? We really, really, really get to know each other. Corey says, I'm grateful to be a part of your day in life, as I am you. Gratitude is love, and love is gratitude. You can't separate the two. So be grateful for this moment and make this moment yours. Don't kowtow to anyone else. Don't subordinate yourself to anyone else's wishes. Be you. Nilda says, I think the hard part in life is getting stuck with a relationship for 40 years and now being both retired and finding out we have different vibrations and interests. So Nilda, I'm just going to say to you this. You want to get unstuck? Take the class on how to better self-love. Let's focus where you have control. The only place, Nilda, you have control is the love of you. Forget about the other person. You've got to love yourself more, and then your love will get bigger in the exterior world. How do you like that for a little infomercial by Rev Lee? Everything begins and ends with you, and everything begins and ends with self-love. It's what I believe. You can decide what you believe, but you get to decide how you live your life, and no one else can tell you how. With that, make this your best day ever. Know, if no one tells you that, I love you just the way you are. Until tomorrow, aloha.